I mentioned, as we were getting, just get closer to me. As we were getting logged on today, literally had our studio computer set up, everything was going great, and then it just went blank. So thank you guys so much for being supportive of us today. We're going to be talking specifically, I keep doing that, we're going to be talking specifically about how to market yourself during AEP, but just a couple things to keep in mind, guys. Today is the last day of AEP, and I actually meant how to market ourselves during the holidays. But today is the last day of AEP. Welcome, everybody. Take a deep breath. We've made it. Congratulations. We did survive another AEP. So let's see.
I don't know if this is helpful.
That is.
I mean, not all the slides are like that, don't we?
Yeah. Okay, so let's jump into how to, again, thank you guys so much for handling us with our technical difficulties. Let's talk about how to market during the holidays, because right now, today's the last day of AEP. We're going to talk about, like, I do recommend going ahead and checking the statuses of your applications, checking in with your networking partners, doing those things that wrap up. A lot of agents try to take a break and they say, okay, on December 8th, I'm sitting back and I'm taking a nap. Keep in mind, guys, enrollment doesn't stop just because AEP stopped, right? Yeah, we have a ton of different AEPs and enrollments coming up. So number one, the service area reduction AEP, that starts December 8th and goes all the way until February 28th. Okay, so that service area reduction, we didn't see a ton of that this year. Didn't see a lot of areas where what that means is that a Medicare Advantage plan is stepping out of a county. They're no longer going to be offered there. This year, plans were extremely stable, so we didn't see a ton of plans just completely exit. Any plan that did exit, we saw a lot of mapping, which means that they put them to another plan. So it's not going to be as much as an opportunity, but just note that even if they do enroll in a new plan January 1, they still can use that election as long as their plan left. So that's really exciting. SARs start tomorrow. Also keep in mind, we talked about this in a cold brew, 5-star plans. There's been a ton of 5-star plans this year. Typically, each county may have one at most. This year, a lot of counties are having multiple 5-star plans available. Keep in mind, that means that they can enroll in those plans any time of year. So again, you still have opportunity for enrollment at that point. And last but not least, just keeping in mind right now, we are in that Medicaid blackout period where usually Medicaid, as we know, has a one election per quarter that is done December 8th through December 8th through December 31st, because they do have to use AEP like non-DSNP eligible individuals. So people still turn 65, people are still retiring, people are still wanting to shop their coverage right now and still have opportunity. So just keep that in mind. The AEP may be over, but enrollment keeps going this time of year.
Yep.
We don't get to take a break. Awesome. So moving on to, here's what we can do again when we're talking about how to promote ourselves during the holidays. My favorite thing to do is honestly get extremely active on social media. A huge reason for that, people are home, people are off work, people are visiting family, and a lot of times people will tend to retreat to their phones or things like that. So social media actually goes up huge this time of year. People are looking at Christmas photos and posting more online this time of year because there's just more to see. So Brian, you might just read some of Brian's stuff. But again, it's just, so social media usage goes up this time of the year. So here are some social media posts that I'm going to recommend to do this time of year. Number one is the 12 days of Medicare. I like to keep the number one types of posts is going to be information-based posts. There's a lot of stuff going on this time of year, a lot of changes, a lot of political talk this time of year. So I think a really good idea is to do the 12 days of Medicare. Facebook Live is going to be huge in that regards and making sure that, having fun videos to post on. But yeah, the 12 days of Medicare is just a fun play on the 12 days of Christmas. It's going to get a lot of attention. Plus, there's 12 days of content for you and a reason to post daily.
This time of year is a really good time to take advantage of having a lot more fun with your advertising, and social media allows you to do that because it's a little bit more of a free-form sort of platform. You can kind of make stuff up as you go. So If you like to have fun with social media, this is a good time of year to do really fun things surrounding the holidays and kind of go off of that theme. So that 12 days of Medicare post sounds like a really fun idea.
Yeah. The next is going to be talking about education. And we're still talking about informative based posts, but I know right now we talk about OEP coming up January 1st through December 31st. Keep in mind that you can't market OEP. You can't just say like, hey guys, it's OEP, come see me. But you can inform people of OEP. You can be informative, and you can also, to let your current book of business know. And so if you can do some social media posts based around OEP being around the corner, saying, hey guys, make sure you're trying out your plan in December. If you come across something or in January, if you come across something you don't like, come see me, we can discuss your options. So you can do some posting about OEP as well as other election periods, again, talking about 5-star plans, talking about all these things. So you can still be making those type of informative posts now. And then again, last thing about informative posts is that the 2022 numbers. A lot of people still have no idea about Part B premium, no idea about the Part B deductible. So making sure people are aware of what they can expect and cost this time next year, and to make sure that you're, again, making it a reason you're not selling anything, but making social media posts that are educating your book of business and prospects and networking partners about what to expect in 2022.
Yeah.
So the next type of social media post that you can do this time of year is what I call the humble brag, talking about things that, again, this time of year, people tend to be a little more and look for more charity-based events. In your agency, I don't care if you're a one-man show or you are, you have an entire office staff, this is the time of year where you can do a lot more. People are looking for those donations, but then you got to talk about it, and we call that the humble brag on social media.
Yeah, this is a really good, feel good time of year, and people want to see that sort of stuff. It makes yourself look really good. Like we said, it's a humble brag, but really play into that feel good time of year. People are giving, really play into that theme because it makes you look really good, and also it kind of gets your name out there a little bit more in your community.
Especially if you're wanting to be a local presence, a local force, that's how you do it.
Yes, exactly.
So some ideas to do that, things you can advertise: adopt a family. A lot of local organizations will say, like, can you adopt this family and purchase gifts for them? If you have a bigger office, you can do more families. Senior marketing specialist does that. If you don't want to spend a ton of money, maybe you have a small budget. So many things would be like adopting a family, giving a charitable donation, things like that. But you could also volunteer at local charities, volunteer at the soup kitchen, volunteer at food banks, volunteer. A lot of people are looking for things for like Santas for kids, and so volunteering for things like that. Post all over your social media. Hosting a toy drive, encouraging people to come in and bring toys so you can do a mass donation to, a Salvation Army or to a local shelter. Hosting a toy drive gets actually people into your office as well to drop off those toys. That's true. Your first year may not be hugely successful, but you keep doing it and keep making it a big deal. It'll grow and grow and grow year after year. And then continue to work with your networking partners. If you don't want to invest a ton of money, maybe partner up with a PNC agency and you guys go in together for a donation or go in together for a toy drive. So it is an absolute awesome opportunity to continue to network and build the relationship between you and your partners. Next type, and the last type of social media that I recommend doing this time of year, is just showing off your office, making sure that if you do have an office staff, posting pictures of your staff with their families, having fun, ugly sweater Christmas days. What social media is designed to do is to bring out the human side of you. And so when you're showing pictures of you and your office staff having a good time or just getting people to know them better, it makes you look human. It builds the trust on your office staff. Familiarity equals trust. Trust is going to equal that they're going to be able to talk to your staff and not always have to talk to you.
Right.
But I think most importantly, it makes your office staff feel a part of the conversation. It builds loyalty with your office staff. They're less likely to leave. They're going to be really proud to be represented on your page. They're going to share it, show it with your friends and family. So it's a great kind of retention move for your office staff to feel loved during the holidays as well.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Brian's had a lot of comments here.
It's hard to read in this tiny little screen.
I know. And again, like I said, we're working off really bad technology right now. So I appreciate you guys. We're having a hard time reading the comments because they're just so tiny. But Brian, I know, is making comments about my hairstyle. Mike is saying something about a robe, which is always disturbing. And Who knows? So the next thing we're going to be talking about is going to be what most people think of when it comes to marketing and advertising this time of year is going to be holiday cards. So just wishing people a happy holiday, a happy Christmas, a happy Kwanzaa, a happy Hanukkah, whatever it is that you want to celebrate, or if you just want to simply stick to happy holidays, that's great. I actually prefer a New Year's card. Christmas cards, a lot of people send them out. If it was me personally, I do a Thanksgiving card.
Yeah, you love the quirky, stick out from the crowd sort of holiday cards.
Well, and Thanksgiving cards, people tend to like keep on to holiday cards throughout the end of the year.
Yeah.
If you have a Thanksgiving card, they keep it for a full like almost month longer than they would if you were if it was just a standard Christmas card, and it's different, it stands out. But we're a little late for Thanksgiving cards, so I would recommend doing a New Year's card. Again, those will stick around a little bit longer, and they're just a little different.
Yeah.
Making sure that you are thanking your team. If you have like a book of business like 300 people and you can't handwrite Christmas cards, I recommend a company called Handwritten, HANDWRYTTEN. Handwritten is what our company uses, and it actually has like a robot arm. And so it's an actual pen to paper, so it looks like handwriting. It's a robot arm that does it. So like it's actual, like it's not printed on there, it's written on there. It's really cool having your staff getting involved. Do recommend handwriting the addresses so that people actually open those cards, but it does make a difference having, we talk about cards being one of the 7 steps of your retention process.
Yeah, it's a super easy touch point. And even adding something like on top of being handwritten, adding things like kind of going back to that, take that social media picture of your staff and put it on your holiday card to make it a little bit more personal, kind of give like a social media shout out, but in that handwritten form. And yeah, do something kind of quirky. We are past Thanksgiving, but something like a New Year's card lasts a little bit longer. They can keep it on their fridge a little bit longer. And also it keeps that they have that face with the card. But Terry has a really good question.
I think Terry has a question. We're going to have to get a really close look at it, asking about how to find those 5-star plans. So Medicare.gov will be able to do the plan finder, but I would recommend using Medicare Center and Medicare app and Medicare Center, because you can actually filter by star rating of the plans, and it'll only pull up 5-star plans in that area. So Medicare Center should be able to help you find the 5-star plans if you do have that opportunity in your service areas.
I just want to take a moment to point out that 2 separate people have compared your bun to a cinnamon roll.
No, 2 of the same people. Mike Katorna and Brian have both compared my bun to a cinnamon roll, and that's because Mike doesn't have original content and Brian is salty.
They're cut from the same cloth.
They are cut from the same cloth. So again, wishing a happy holiday and using those opportunities to do so. Strongly recommend. And again, it's a way, or just like a thank you card. Thank you cards are really cool for that, heartfelt. So that's again what we recommend as far as advertising and marketing during Christmas and during the holiday season. And a lot of it is going to be social media based. Social media is going to be used more often. This is a really good time to start boosting posts. Boosting posts is what happens, for your holiday thank yous, and boosting posts of your staff is what I recommend. This is the perfect time for that. What boosting a post means is that you make just a standard Facebook post. It's not an advertisement. You make a standard Facebook post, and then you apply money to it in a demographic, and it'll get that post in front of people who have not yet liked your Facebook page. So this is an excellent time to do like a staff picture or a picture of your office, or even like the 12 things, the 12 days of Medicare. Those are excellent posts to boost right now. More people in front of their screen, so you're going to get a lot better interaction this time of year than you would other times of year. Oh. Yes. Brittany says she loves cinnamon rolls. Thank you, Brittany. Even my little tiny cinnamon roll on top of my head. So again, guys, reminder, last day of AEP, check the statuses of your applications. Check them now while we can still fix them. We may not be able to fix them after the 7th. Confirm your book of business has been enrolled. Make sure every person has heard from you this AEP. Reach out to your networking partners. If right now you're done, you've checked your book of business, you're kind of just waiting, you've hit the finish line already, reach out to your networking partners. Thank them for a successful AEP. One thing you do not want to do this holiday season, I don't care if you're talking to your kids, your families, your wife, your husband, your dog walker, I don't care who you're talking to, do not complain about how busy you were during AEP. I'm seeing a ton of posts right now on social media, people being like, oh my gosh, I just finished my last app, or oh my gosh, I'm working until 11 o'clock tonight, killing it this AEP, it's crazy. Do not talk about how busy you are. Do not talk about how exhausted you are, frustrated you are, because people will not refer you to other people, because they'll say, oh, well, they were really busy. They may not have time to take on a new client, or they seem like they were really frustrated this AEP. They may be too busy and not give you as good as care as what I got. I got in while they were still a small agency, so I know they're going to take care of me.
Yeah.
They may not take care of you. So don't complain to people about how busy you were. It will stop you from getting referrals, and it'll stop them from contacting you because they may think you're too busy. Even if you're talking to your cousin or you're talking to your neighbor who's not Medicare age, they're still a potential referral partner. So make sure that you only talk about how awesome it was and the positive experience during AEP and how excited you were to help people. That'll absolutely help you with your referral partners. Exactly, yeah. And Brittany like just mentioned, she's like, or talking about, or maybe that's why they were too busy to answer my phone calls, is because they were too busy. That's why maybe I didn't get a call back as quickly. So just making sure, again, be very cautious, do not complain, making sure that, yeah, staying really excited for AEP. So that is our show today, guys. Again, we appreciate you all. We had a beautiful presentation built for you. We have some cool stuff. You didn't get to see any of it, but you get to hang out with Sadie and I, and we have great personalities, right? Yeah. So appreciate you all. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Mike, for stepping on. And sorry, Mike, we can't even like see everybody's comments right now because the comment box is too small.
They're so tiny.
They're so tiny. Make sure that you are join our Facebook pages, because right now we're doing a What's Brewing series where we talk about, you know, what's going on in the industry. This week we're going to be talking about potential enrollment periods to take you out through the end of the year. So stay tuned for that. Really excited to have those announced and more things. Medicare Cafe is going to go through a significant facelift, guys. So we're going to keep this up, doing some guest hosts for the next few weeks. But stay tuned for some really awesome updates, really awesome upgrades to the Medicare Cafe. We have a lot of awesome things planned for you guys. So stick on for the ride. It's going to be crazy.
Yep. And congratulations. It's the last day of AEP. You made it.
Awesome. Again, guys, I'd love to read comments, but I'm not wearing my glasses, A, and B, I think Mike and Brian are being mean, and I don't need that in my life. I don't need that negativity last day of AEP. Shame on you. Awesome, guys. Okay, well, if you do have any questions, if you want to check statuses of applications, want a quick rundown of Medicare Center, call our office, 1-800-689-2800. We are here. Our agent resources team is on the line, ready to help you guys out. So make sure you use and abuse us. We're here to help.
Yep.
Awesome. Woo. All right, guys. Well, we will see you next time. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.
Yeah. See ya. Thank you. Oh,
that's not the right house. It'll be better next time with better technology. I swear by.